What up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sports Minute. Today, I got special guest joining me. His name is Chase Archangelo. He is an up-and-coming MMA fighter, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, by way of Delaware. He is a former wrestler for Cleveland State University. Go Vikings! And he has a fight coming up this Saturday to go 4-0 in the WFC. This is the biggest fight of his career, and he took time to talk with me about this fight and his come-up. Rico McGee here, man, with the Sports Minute. I'm here with my man Chase Archangelo. He's got a big fight coming up this weekend. He's undefeated. Tell him, everybody, just tell him a little bit about yourself.
My name is Chase Archangelo. Originally from the state of Delaware, but I moved out here to Cleveland about 6 years ago. I wrestled here at Cleveland State University, Go Vikes. But then I came here about 3 years ago, and Marcus Marinelli took me under his wing, and really happy to be here. Now I'm an instructor here, and I'm a full-time fighter here, and could be any happier.
Hey, that's what it is, man. So tell us, what goes into the day of an MMA fighter? What's a typical day for you?
I usually come in here. I'm in the gym for almost about 8-9 hours a day. I come in here, I coach, help out a little bit, but then when on my breaks, I go get a workout in, get some training sessions in, and I train with the UFC GOAT Stipe Miocic, and also UFC active UFC fighter Alexa Chamor. I train with him a lot as well, and a lot of other really good fighters that are on our team that will hopefully be in the UFC or any other professional organization pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
We're here every day. I'm here every day. I don't like not being here.
Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. So you have a background in professional wrestling, and you wrestle for Cleveland State from Delaware. How did you get here from Delaware?
So one of my teammates, Ben Williford, he's a undefeated pro fighter right now as well. He wrestled at Cleveland State as well, and he was a college wrestler, coaching assistant there, and he knows my uncle from down in Louisiana.
Okay.
And he's from Louisiana, and sure enough, he gives me a call saying to come out and visit, and it was right when Stipe fought Overeem in Cleveland. I was at the weigh-in and at the fight, and then I watched LeBron win a championship back in 2016. That was pretty awesome, and how the city got behind him, and also Stipe. And then I was just like, yeah, this is home for me. And then as soon as I committed, signed here, went to Cleveland State, had a really good wrestling career in college, and also I had a good career in high school as well. But then I came here, and Cleveland kind of just took me in, and I became one of its own. So.
Yeah, Cleveland is that type of city, man. We welcome anybody, for real. What were some of the challenges that you face currently, like as in MMA, as an MMA fighter and making your come up?
Well, I mean, just for me starting fighting, I mean, I went through a really harsh breakup, and a lot of kings out there, they fall down over women and stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of people that can overcome it, and this shall pass, And when I started fighting, it kind of changed me who I am, changed my chemistry, brought back the thunder I used to have when I was wrestling competitively, and also being able to build more confidence in myself, and fighting shot my confidence up tremendously, and I couldn't be any happier about that. And it was a really tough time, and now I'm about to have one of the biggest fights of my career this Saturday. In front of my backyard. Yeah, in my backyard. So 3-0, gonna be 4-0.
Okay, I know that's right. Hey,
yes,
man, I know exactly how you feel about them breakups. I just got out of one myself, and I'm like, bro.
Hey, we're here though. We're in the gym though. That's where the kings go.
Yeah, so. Like this is exactly where I came after my breakup. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to just get back in here and just get to it, man.
Absolutely.
So tell people, like, what is a typical diet for you when you're fighting and when you're in training camp?
So I mean, I eat pretty clean. I have a really good nutritionist, Adam Bradley. He's one of my dogs. Known him for about 4 years now. This is my first time actually doing I haven't been this low for about 3 years since I got out of wrestling. My first time at 170, and I couldn't be in any better shape, and I want to thank Adam for that. He's my nutritionist. we just stick to a real basic diet, just not eating too much, but we're eating 4 meals a day, but they're small meals, and we're drinking water consistently and just losing what we put in. And the way I'm in the practice room every day, I'm in the gym almost every day, so I burn a lot of calories, and I got to put a lot of that back into me. And you know, we have a really good system with Marcus, Bobby, and Cooper, and on the rest of the coaching staff here. We have a really good preparation system here, and this is probably my best camp I've had. And I'm super excited to perform in front of Cleveland too.
I know that's right. I heard that. So fighting 3-0, you're just starting out. Is there like a difference between like the UFC level and like Bellator and like the WFC? Like, what's some of the differences?
It's all about pace.
Okay.
I mean, you know, obviously UFC is has a lot more publicity. Bellator and PFL, same level.
Okay.
It's just different opportunities, and there's more money in some organizations, and there's some money in different organizations. You know, there's a lot of Thailand promotions, ONE FC, and also lots of different ones in Tokyo and Japan that pay more than some UFC fighters. And I mean, either one, wherever organization picks me up, I'll be happy with it.
I heard that.
But yeah, it's pretty much, man. It's not really much of a difference. It's just whoever has more TV time.
Okay. Okay. Final question. A lot of people don't realize the work that goes into being an MMA fighter or boxer. People don't realize there's a lot of time and a lot of dedication, and this could be a tough sport. So what would your advice be to, you know, young people or anybody that's new that really want to get in the sport and actually compete?
Be tough enough to get hit. You know, and because I know it's a really cool thing to flex on, and have a lot, you know, it's pretty cool to have people around you watching you perform, and, you know, being able to get hit is, you know, it's part of the sport. And, you know, if you want to get into it, you gotta know how to take a hit. And if you can't take a hit, then yeah, it's not for you. Go play soccer. So, I mean, pretty much stuff like everything like that. I mean, it's a lifestyle that many people refuse to do. Yeah. And, you know, I've been wrestling my whole life, and it's a very individual sport, and I like the individualism. And if you like being individual and you have a really solid mind and drive, and you want to better yourself every day and get 1% better, this is the place to do it. This is the best sport to do it for.
Okay. I know I said I had one more question, but you just went 100%. Back to wrestling, so I got to thinking, 100%. How does, you see all these different fighters have, different backgrounds. Some come from jiu-jitsu, some come from boxing, some come from wrestling, some come from Muay Thai. How do you use your particular style to, to be successful?
Yeah, so, I mean, wrestlers' mindset is very different from other disciplines. I mean, wrestlers, we're not there for the wealth, we're not here for the fame, we're not here for anything like that. We're just here for grit. And, you know, it's more about the glory than anything. And having that wrestler mentality kind of beats the most other mentalities. Like, boxing is boxing. You know, yeah, you got to go out there and go to war, but wrestling, there's no money in wrestling. You know, it's all grit and glory. And it's easily transferable, especially in fighting. And because if you can be really good on the stand-up, but if you ain't good on the ground, you in trouble.
Right.
And it's all about pressure, and I have lots of good pressure within my fight career. And, you know, I've won state 3 times, and I've always had that drive and mindset, and I wrestle at the highest level. And, you know, now that I just know in my head that not a lot of people can beat me, I know that I can be untouchable.
Okay. So. Who are some of your influences that you watch? You know, besides Stipe, of course.
Yeah. So
Stipe inspired me.
Absolutely. I mean, when Stipe is a dog, man, I couldn't be any more happy to have him as a mentor and a teammate. And he's helped me a lot during this camp. And I know it's a big mental factor too. You know, there's nobody that has a better room than us. But more mentor-wise, I would like to, you know, Marcus Marinelli, he's my head coach here, and he's the owner of Strong Style. He kind of took me in, and, you know, when I was at a really rough spot, and you know, I didn't really know how to throw a punch my first fight. I had to win my first fight to get on the team, and I did swiftly. And, you know, I look up to him a lot, and also my dad too, that got me into wrestling, and reason why I started wrestling. But yeah, Marcus really took me under, and could be any more happy than having him as a coach, and also the other coaching staff, Alex Cooper and Bobby Khalil as well. Yeah. But Yeah, those guys, I would say those are my big mentors. But fighting mentors, obviously Stipe, but also like Conor McGregor with his backstory. St. Pierre as well. He's one of the best welterweights out there. And of course Habib Nurmagomedov, because he's a wrestler. So can't hate on the wrestlers.
Right,
so.
right. So one last question: Who would your dream fight? Your dream opponent? If you could pick like your dream opponent, who would it be?
Retired and all?
Retired and all. You can say a couple too. I said
probably Conor. I'd probably fight Conor. Money. But no, I probably would say George St. Pierre.
Okay.
Because that's pretty cool. He didn't even have a wrestling background. He still took everybody down. So, and kind of wanted to put that to the test.
I know
Yeah, so probably would be George St. Pierre or probably Conor too.
All right. Chase Archangelo on the show. I just want to tell everybody that he's fighting this Saturday. You can tell him where you're fighting at.
So I'm fighting at the MGM Casino in Northfield, Ohio. It's about 20 minutes out of downtown Cleveland. We'd love everybody to go out there and support. We've got three other guys on my team fighting as well. Cannot wait to go out there and put on a show for everybody.
And tickets are still available.
Yes, sir.
Tickets still available.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining the show, man. Really appreciate you having me.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'm Rico McGee. This has been the Sports Minute, and as always, we'll see you in a minute.